Hi everybody, I have a little poodle mix here that's not so little, and he is getting a haircut and a bath today, and he is still wearing his apple and lace bandana from his last grooming, but we're going to change that today because I have a nice clean one he's going to get when he's done with his haircut. I'm going to start off by loading him up with some blueberry scented shampoo. All right, I'm going to dilute some conditioner now. Put some water in this bucket. Put some conditioner in here. It's very concentrated, so I'm just going to dilute it and pour it over him. Make sure I get it on his tail. His mother said, make sure I leave his tail long this time. Last time it was shaved because it was matted. This guy loves this place. Look at him. He's so happy.
This is a Labradoodle. Believe it or not, he is supposed to be a miniature, and he is a great dog, and he loves it here. So, he's had his bath. He's almost dry, and I have the fan going to blow on him, and I'm going to start his haircut on the back, on his back end, so his face will dry with the fan. By the time I get to his face, it'll be dry. So I'm going to get started with a number 7 blade all over, and his mother said, do whatever I want, but leave the tail. Of course, I'm going to brush it out and trim it up, but that's going to be his haircut today. All right, so I'm going to start off with my 7 blade, and I'm just going to put a little oil in it. I already opened it up. I have to open it with my scissors. Put a little oil in it. Make sure it goes through his hair good. Got to oil these things and keep them cleaned, or they're just going to jam up. All right. Number 7 blade all over. I'm going to get my mask on. I don't like breathing this stuff in, and I really don't have anything to say. I'm going to go ahead and wear my mask if I can get it off this thing. So I'm breathing all the hair. All right, you. So I've made over 500 videos, and I was so busy, I didn't think I'd be able to make videos anymore, so I deleted them all. So I'm back. But y'all might notice, if you've been here before, This is a different background because I've moved stuff around and I split my groom shop in half. So now I have half a little store and half grooming. So I took out a wall here and I did all this stuff, moved stuff around. I've been so busy, but now everything is set up. So I'm going to do some, I have a dog bandana shop, dog neckwear shop. I'm open on Sundays only for dog nail trims. People can just walk in. So I'm going to make some videos over there and show y'all all the cute stuff that I'm making on Sundays only. Okay, so I've been grooming 30 years and I have learned that if I see anything on a dog that's strange, I just document it. So I have not shaved his belly yet. You see, there's still hairs. There's still hairs. I did not shave his belly. See, it's all hairy under there. But I did notice one thing, and I'd like to take pictures and I'd like to just to save my own butt, because people, you know, they don't realize that something's going on with their dog and then they accuse you of doing it later. But anyway, you see this dark spot here? That means that he has been scratching or chewing. That looks like a hot spot that is healed, because if they get injuries, their hair comes back in a different color. Plus, another thing I noticed, he's got a red spot on his belly. See that? I have not shaved his belly yet. I did not do it. So I just like to put that on camera, just so I have proof there. Just noticing some things. He looks like he's got something's going on here. Maybe they cut some mats out. Just making observations of things I notice. Since he can't talk. Okay, I've most of his body shaved with a 7-blade. I used a number 10 on his belly and under his arms and under his tail where he goes potty. That's nice and short. So I'm going to brush his tail out. Put my mask back on so I don't breathe in all this hair and dirt and fun stuff. Not that he's dirty, but still stuff in the air that's not clean. His tail's in great shape. So I'm going to turn him around. Hold on. Let me turn this. There we go. Y'all can see what I'm doing there. There we go. Okay. Get my straight scissors. Pull it out. Comb it down. Now she wants to leave it long, so I'm just going to neaten it up. Just trim off the scraggly hairs. Then I'm going to skim over this part right here with my blade, clipper blade, just to kind of, so it's not so puffy, just to blend it in. Kind of skim over it. So when his tail is hanging down, it's not like a big puff up here. It just, it blends in. Okay. Next, I'm going to get my 30 blade and shave the pads of his feet, if I can find my 30 blade. Look at all this hair. I put this hair in the trash can. He had a lot more hair than it looked like. He had a lot of hair. .30 blade. Shave the pads of his feet and cut his nails. I can take this mask off now. All right. You can see all the hair they grow in the pads of their feet. You can imagine all kinds of stuff gets stuck in there. A lot of times you'll see your dog chewing and licking their feet is because they're trying to get that stuff out of their pads. Between the toes. Sap from tree sap gets stuck in there, all kinds of stuff. Rocks. We'll just shave that out. So we don't have to worry about that problem. You can see, nice and clean. Kind of open it up. Shave all that out. Then I'll trim up the rest of his foot with the scissors. All right, I'm trimming up his feet, but first, I think he needs to see what I'm doing. So we're going to get this hair out of his eyes. Real quick, real quick. Can you imagine having hair over your eyes and you can't even see where you're going? That's a little better, just till I get to his face. All right, so I'm going to scissor up his feet. Lift that foot and he holds the other one down. I'm going to cut his nails. Ooh, they're pretty short. Just going to cut the very tip off. Not sure if y'all can see my nails, but I've been putting mulch down, so my fingernails are black, even though I've been washing dogs. Still, my right hand, my nails are black. So excuse that. Just combing it all up. Trimming off scraggly hairs around this little nubby thing on the back of his leg. All right, I gotta move. Come to the front so y'all can see what I'm doing. There we go. All right, take my little scissors, little pointy scissors, and trim, excuse me, put your foot down. Trim between his toes. Look at this guy. He's like a statue. He doesn't even care. I'm cutting his head off. There we go. That's better. Get my curved scissors so I can make his foot round. Just fluff it all up, brush it all up. Pull the hair out from between the toes. And trim it round. He's being nosy. He's watching out the window. And once I get all the hair off his foot, I can get a better look and see if his nails need to go any shorter. I'm gonna move y'all to this side. It's got to be a better angle. See, he's watching out the window. Yeah, that's better. Just comb it all up, see if any hairs are stuck between his toes, and scissor it round. Put his foot down just to see how it lays. See if there's any hair sticking out. Okay, I'm going to do the rest of his feet now. All right. His body is done. His whole body is done. I'm working my way now up to his head, and his head is dry, but I'm going to just Dremel his front nails real quick because he is a jumper. He likes to bounce around, so I don't want him to scratch his mother with his front freshly cut nails. So I'm just going to Dremel the front of him. I don't Dremel every dog's nails. It all depends on the dog. Pop, 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 pop. I'm not sure if I've ever Dremeled his nails before. I don't think he's used to it. Excuse me. He doesn't like it. Real quick. Real quick. Real quick. Just make a little sound to distract him. I'm not going to spend too much time. I'm just going to do it real quick because I don't think he's used to it. All right, I'm going to do this one. Thank you. You do it under here. It's easier. All you gotta do is just make a loud sound to snap them out of it. If you're lucky, it'll work. Good enough. We're getting there. I have his whole body done, and I'm working my way around to his head, and he is getting, okay, so he got a 7 blade, which is pretty short, on his body. He's getting a 3 on his head and ears. Still a little wet right here, so it's hard to get the blade through it. That's why they should be completely dry before you start cutting their hair, but it's not a perfect world, and that doesn't always happen. All right, so since I did this a little bit longer than his back, I'm going to have to see the back of his head. See this part right here? I got to blend that in now because there's a very loud car going down the road. Drives me nuts. It goes down the road all day long. Anyway, I got to blend this part in right here with my curved scissors. Curved. Just going to comb it down and round it up just a little bit. Okay. Shave the inside of his ears with a 30 blade really lightly because a 30 blade is super sharp. So I'm not going to scrape his skin. Just going to go over it real lightly. Plus this will get off some of this wet hair that's inside his ears anyway. 30 blade is really sharp, really short. You don't want all this hair in your dog's ear because moisture gets stuck in there and they can get ear infections. Can't get a good angle. How's that? Y'all want to see inside his ear? There we go. Excuse me, turn around. See? Pull all that out. Lightly shave it off. Plus, that hair grows inside his ear. That has to be pulled out. So after I shave out his ear hole, I'm going to use ear powder Just pluck that out. It comes with the groom. He gets it done every time, so his mother does not have to ever worry about doing it herself. Even though he's good for it, he doesn't really care. All right, I'm going to trim up his ears. So I have the inside shaved with a 30 blade. The outside is a number 3 blade. And I'm going to get my straight scissors. And I want to try to get out of the way because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to close this. Hold on. I don't know if that's any better for the light, but I'm going to comb it all down, brush it all down. Use my finger as a guide so I know where the ear leather is. So I don't cut his ear. And just snip around the edge. He hears a dog barking outside. Pull it all down. Use my finger as a guide so I don't cut the ear leather. Pull it all out. Hear my wind chimes outside? The wind is blowing. It is nice out today. I'm going to use a 10 blade to shave out the corners of his eyes, not pressing too hard. Actually, I'm going to take my comb and pull out the hair from the corner of his eye. Just pull it out so I don't have to scrape his skin with the clipper because it's sharp and it will cut them. Just lightly scoop out the hair. I don't want to press too hard, so I'll just take a little bit out, and then I'll come back with my scissors and just trim up the rest. So I'm going to make him a little, what is it, a brow? I don't know what it is. I'm going to cut his eyes. How's that? And I'm going to put on my glasses. This is dangerous. Don't cut too fast so I can kind of feel where his eyelids are. I don't want to cut them. And he did have long eyelashes, and now that I think of it, I think his mother wanted me to keep them. I just cut them off. Sorry, they'll grow back. You didn't mention it. You don't mention it. I don't remember. He'll still be cute with no eyelashes. For all I know, maybe she's tired of looking at him, so maybe that's why she didn't mention it. All right, brush his face. She likes it fluffier up here. So I'm going to take his jaw a little shorter and leave it a little fluffier up here. If you leave too much hair hanging down here, it's just going to get matted from eating food and drinking water. Just a little mat splitters, like little razors. And it cuts through any tangles in their hair. So I don't have to pull too hard. It kind of cuts it as it's combing it. A little tangled, but not too bad. If I do it real slow, he should be pretty good about it. Hold on, got something right there. All right, I just loosened it up. Then I can just brush it with my brush and it'll brush right out. I'm going to get my curved scissors and just round his face up. I'm going to comb it all forward. I'm just going to scissor this little, don't lick. They pull their hair in with their tongue, so it gets stuck in their teeth. So I'm going to scissor the front of his mouth right here, so that does not get pulled into his mouth. You're welcome. All right. Just going to scissor his little beard round. Comb it all to the front. comb it, cut it at an angle. Do the same to the other side. Got to really comb it. I think he's got a little tangle in there. I'll go back and get it out. Got a little tangle in his beard. So open it up and see what's going on. What you got in there? Cut that out. Okay. Got my curved scissors. I'm just going to make this round. And comb it that way. That'll just take off any sharp edges, make it softer, round it out. Comb it that way. Hold on, hold on. They're so nosy. It's like every car that drives by, they have to like see everybody. Okay, I'm gonna do the same thing to the other side. Like I said, they grow hair in the ears, so I'm going to put a little ear powder in here. I don't know if you can see, and I'm gonna pull this hair out. And he is great for this. See all that hair? Ooh, see all that stuff? Can you see all that? Where is it at? And some dogs do not like this, and they definitely need to be muzzled, but his hair grows kind of loose. It's probably more itchy than painful. I'm sure some dogs it's painful, but not too bad with this guy. So all the hair grows down inside the ear canal. And if you don't keep it pulled out, it can get really gross. Excuse me, pick your head up, you're on TV. It's almost out. Then I'm going to get my cotton ball and wipe it out. Got my ear cleaner. Just put a little ear cleaner on that. Blow that stuff out because you don't want to jam down all that stuff into the ear. I mean, when you pull the powder out, when you pull the hair out, the powder comes back out with it. So there's not going to be that much in it, but I still kind of blow on it to get it all out. Okay, so we're going to do the 3-blade over his head real quick just to fluff his head back up if he's done. My 3-blade, because now I just messed his hair up with the ear cleaning. So we're going to have some hairs stick out later. See, like that one right there. So I'm just going to go back over it real quick, and then we're going to dress him up. Now be very careful when you go down this side right here, because the openings in this blade will go right into the ear and cut them. All us groomers, we learn the hard way. We figure out what parts cut easy and what parts don't. And you always have to worry about all the folds on the ears. All right. Trim this right here. Okay. Double check his beard. You're never going to get it perfectly even because it's fur. I mean, it just moves around. And, you know, like sometimes it's part curly, part straight. But it's going to be close. Okay. Let me get a baby wipe and wipe him off with some conditioning spray. You're done. That makes him nice and shiny and soft. Let's see how pretty you are. Okay, I'm going to get some water to wipe his face off. Make sure the corners of his eyes are cleaned out. He doesn't have any loose hairs that are itchy on his face. Okay. Let me get his bandana. I'll be right back. Baxter is ready to go. And look at this. It's not Halloween yet, but it's close. This just ties on. You want to smell that? Yeah? You like that? Alrighty. I make these all by hand for all the dogs that are groomed here. Alrighty. He knows he's ready. Look at his tail. Good job. Let's see if we can, let me get my squeaky. Let me see if I can get him to pick his head up. There we go.